Stop paying $25 for a hot dog and a beer on the strip when you come over here to the downtown Grand and get a PBR and a hot dog for $3. I'm Party Plan Brian. I book about 75 to 100 groups every single weekend out here in Las Vegas. I'm going to take you guys on a full property tour, give you a room review of a king room, all here at the downtown Grand. We're only 1 block away from Fremont Street. Let's go in and check this place out. So the check-in is down here by the casino tower, and it's right in basically the escalator to the casino tower. Elevators around the corner, and it was a smooth process. I walked up, there was nobody in line. I just give her my ID card. She didn't tell me about the Nevada ID discount. If I would have known, I would have got my resort fee waived, but I didn't know, so it is what it is. I did try to book it on the website. It won't let me book for 2 days, so I don't know, something might have been wrong with their website. But there are a couple cool things right here in this lobby. You have this art bar here, which is going to be like a pastry breakfast type place for coffee, grabbing a little snack or some food in the morning. And then down there's going to be the Fat Cat Bar, which is a pretty nice live music venue. I walked in there, starting around 8 o'clock, they're going to have live music. And it looks like $5 drinks, so not too bad as far as the pricing goes. If you want to come down here and get some cheap drinks and listen to some good music, you could probably do that right here. All right, I just checked in. It was a very smooth process. Came up to the room, tossed my camera gear down. I only have about 45 minutes before the pool closes. I'm gonna go down there and check that out. It does close at 7 p.m. So I'm gonna check that out. I hear it's like kind of Miami style vibe-ish, so I'm pretty cool. And the fitness center is open 24 hours. So I'll probably check that out next, and then I'll continue on with my full property tour, and then we're gonna come back up here. I'll give you guys a full room review of my king room in the casino tower. Let's go in and check out the pool at the downtown Grand. All right, so I made it up to the pool deck. It is a little windy out here, so if the audio is a little messed up, it's because of the wind. It's not my fault. But anyway, you kind of really see the whole property here. This is going to be the Galleria Tower. That's going to be the Casino Tower, and that's going to be the Grand Tower. 3 towers. This is the newer one. If you're into art and trendiness, I guess this is the tower to stay in. I'm actually in the Casino Tower, so that's the one that's kind of attached to the center of the casino. And then this is a 35,000 square foot pool deck, considered one of the nicest ones in downtown Vegas. And it's actually very nice. It's got a really cool pool that's kind of like got like an upper ledge. It's kind of like sunk in. Looks pretty cool. I actually like it. And then there's a nice big bar over there with, you know, whatnot, and they're not serving anything there. It's almost 7 o'clock at night on a Sunday. But I got 2 rows of cabanas. You got day beds, you got lounge chairs, lounge couches in the middle there, a lot of seating, and then they got a really cool TV that's playing sports right now, and they got a good setup for like a DJ with a big sound system up here. So I'm sure they do some concerts and whatnot up here. It's actually really good. I'm very impressed with the pool up here for a downtown hotel, a lot better than I expected. And then over here, this is going to be Fremont Street. So this is how close we are to Fremont Street. You can kind of see in the background the trusses of the LED that go over the actual Fremont Street. So we're basically like 1 block north. That's where the location of the downtown Grand is. And the parking garage, right by the way, is right across the street from the downtown Grand. That's where I parked. You gotta park across the street, walk over, and then you validate your parking if you get a room. I did find out that if you're a Nevada resident, that you can actually get the resort fees waived. I didn't know that. I actually tried to book on their website when I was trying to book, and it only let me book for the 2 days. It wouldn't let me book for 1. And she's like, no, you should be able to book for 1. I'm like, I tried it on the website, it didn't work. So, you know, it doesn't really matter. At this point, I paid the resort fee. It was only 44 bucks. It's not the end of the world. But this is the proximity to Fremont Street now. I did notice in my room at the casino tower, I'm on the 17th floor, which is pretty far up. And I can actually hear the bass a little bit from the music on Fremont Street. I can hear it less kind of over here by the pool, which is kind of weird. Maybe there was a band playing earlier, I don't know. But I can definitely hear the music up in my room. So if noise and loudness are an issue for you, you might want to consider staying in maybe one of the newer towers, the Gallery Tower. I'm going to guess the insulation's a little bit better than the older towers. I don't know. But it's close enough to the action here where you're going to hear a little bit of noise, so just be aware of that. But overall, my impression of the downtown Grand, especially the pool area, very impressive. And I would definitely, you know, if you want a nice pool to hang out at, lounge, get some sun, rooftop vibes, this is a great place for you. All right, so if you come to the 3rd floor in the casino tower, there is going to be a walkway over to the Grand Tower right here. That's like a bridge. And you'll notice right behind me here, that's going to be the Mob Museum. That's right behind here. There's a big advertisement for the Mob Museum on the outside of this walkway. So I saw that earlier. And this is the 3rd level where the pool is. Also, we're going to go check out the fitness center next. And yeah, so far it smells really nice in here. It's very clean, and I can tell it's been fairly recently remodeled, but very nice so far. Very impressed with the downtown Grand. All right, so I made it into the fitness center, and it's a very nice facility. Like, it looks very nice from the outside. It's all glass all the way around. And then when you get in here, it's a little disappointing, okay? So this hotel is roughly 1,100 rooms-ish, 3 different towers, and it's a pretty good amount of people. You would think they'd probably put a little bit more effort into the equipment itself. Okay, so I did notice there's like 4 treadmills over here. There's a couple elliptical machines, a couple like spin cycle type bikes here, and then I don't know, some sort of like when you put your knees in there and do some rocking motions. A couple more bikes over here. Nothing crazy. And then there's kind of a nice rolling machine over here. It looks pretty high tech. It's got like a digital. So that's probably the nicest piece of equipment for sure. The treadmills are pretty nice too. But the weight area is lacking, to say the least. You do have a couple benches here, and there's a couple balls over here if you want to do like some stretching. There's some like stretching cables and balls right here, a little area to stretch. And then the weight area here is kind of small. You just got that bench over there in the corner, 2 benches here, and a very kind of like disappointing rack of dumbbells. So disappointing that they only go up to 50. There's only 150. So if you want to do curls, you can only do 1 at a time. So there's 2 45s. So I was able to knock out a set of curls with the 45s. But that's the extent of your weightlifting equipment here in the downtown Grand. So not particularly great, just enough to maybe get a pump. Probably a little bit better if you just want to come here and do some cardio. This would be the place to do that. A little bit of a pump on some triceps or biceps or chest, but you're not getting a full workout here. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to go elsewhere for that. But the facility itself is very nice. It's nice and air conditioned here. They got a little music going. They got water, towels, everything you need is in here, just not the equipment. So on the east side, this is where you're gonna find the Galleria Tower on the east side, and this is gonna be the big grand neon sign here, which is pretty cool. And behind me, you're gonna find the valet, the parking. This is where you're gonna get dropped off if you wanna get dropped off from a taxi or Uber Lyft. And you catch the Uber and Lyft here too as well?
I catch them over on 3rd Street or over here on Ogden.
The Uber and Lyft over here. Okay, got it.
Drop off, pick up.
So 3rd Street, and what street is this?
Street or Ogden.
Or Ogden. 3rd Street or Ogden for the Uber and Lyft pickup. If you're gonna get dropped off by a valet, you're gonna get dropped off right here or valet your car. Parking garage is across the street. That is gonna be where you park. I showed you guys that from the rooftop. And yeah, so that's, it's just kind of like a big city block, and you just gotta kind of know where you're at on the block. So you gotta park across the street if you want to self park, valet on the east side, and you walk into the Galleria Tower right here, and the other side's got all the restaurants and whatnot on that street. All right, so this is 3rd Street. Now this separates kind of like the casino tower over here, and then that's gonna be the Grand Tower over there. There's a walkway on the 3rd floor to walk across. You can see the Mod Museum advertisement there. That is the Mod Museum just past there. So they do have a hot and juicy crawfish over there. Now there's one of those right by my house at one of the strip malls. So that's kind of a chain. It is around Vegas. From what I understand, it's pretty good. I've never actually eaten there myself. Worth checking out. There was a pawn shop there at one time. It looks like it's closed. That doesn't look like it's in business. There was something there at one time. I'm not sure what that was, but that is closed as well. You can tell there's no signage up anymore. It kind of looks weathered and whatnot. They do have the George Grill here. That might be a place I might check out later. We'll have to see. I did look at the menu. It is pretty pricey. It's not cheap, that's for sure. I'm going to see maybe if there's some better deals, if you will, inside the casino. I'll check that out. And then there was a place called Sidebar there. It doesn't look like it's open anymore. So out of this street here, looks like 1, 2, 3 out of the 6 businesses essentially are closed. So for whatever reason that is. And then they have the Pizza Rock there in the corner. Now that is a popular pizza place. I've seen that in many vlogs on several people's Instagrams and whatnot. It's supposed to be very good pizza. Might be an option as well for dinner later there as well. I'm not sure. I got to check out inside of the casino a little more. But I did notice, they have a stage right at the end of 3rd Street here on Fremont Street. So that stage, when they're playing, you can hear the bass down here pretty good, and I could even hear it in my room. Okay, so I was on the 17th floor, and the band was playing down there. They're not playing right now, so it's not that loud. But that is going to be a little bit of an issue if you're trying to take a nap or something. They probably don't play like too late into the night. I don't imagine after like midnight they're going to have that kind of loud music, but it is a little bit of an issue during the afternoon, evening hours. So just be prepared for that. But a little bit of action here on the street. You can see people walking around. There's not a lot of traffic, so kind of walk across the street whenever you want. It kind of gives you that vibey feel of Fremont Street, but not the chaos of Fremont Street, which is nice. All right, so when you walk down 3rd Street, you're gonna walk here to the stage. You can hear the music in the background. They got a giant gorilla dancing around on one of those little circle things where they allow the street performers to do their thing. There are some people making some little like flowers out of like, I don't know, some sort of like palm hemp or something. Not sure what that is. So they make those little flowers out of. They're sitting right there. But there's plenty of chaos down here on Fremont Street with the LED going on. You saw the zip liners going overhead. And it's a vibe down there. Definitely, if you're looking for some entertainment, you can find it down here. Now, you are going to see a couple cool things here. You got a beef jerky store right here, which I thought was kind of cool. I looked in the window there. They got a ton of beef jerky in there. I do like some beef jerky. Maybe I'll have to stop in there and see what they have. But this is going to be the Fremont hotel and casino. This is a Sam Boy property. That's right on Fremont Street, obviously. And then here on the corner, right before you get to the downtown Grand, that's going to be a Steak and Shake that is open 24 hours. So if you want to get the, Steak and Shake, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, come over here. And then right across there was where the Pizza Rock and all the downtown Grand stuff I showed you guys already. All right, so this is Lucky's behind me. You'll find this right when you walk in from the 3rd Street entrance here, and you'll see a place called Lucky's on the left-hand side. And this is where you're gonna get the $3 hot dog in PBR, so a beer and a hot dog for $3. Today they had a special for a Lucky One, which is like a non-carbonated seltzer type thing. And I chose the raspberry flavor and a bratwurst for $5. So I gave her a $5 tip because I thought she was really friendly and very nice. But apparently these guys rent this space out, and they also have the Triple George across the street, and then the Pizza Rock is the same company. So they're obviously in cahoots here with the Grand Casino, and this is one of their big promotions. But there are quite a few people in here enjoying the cheap drinks and good food, so I'm gonna try it out and I'll let you know how it is. All right, so this is in the center of the downtown Grand Casino. This is the Freedom Beat Kitchen, and they do have they're open just Thursday through Monday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So it's going to be kind of like a breakfast lunch place. I did take a quick peek at the menu. They do have omelets for around $18, kind of what you normally pay at a restaurant around here in Vegas. And prime rib special too. I guess you can play just a little gambling and qualify for like a prime rib special. I thought that was pretty cool. But the hours are a little bit limiting here. So it's basically Thursday to Monday and just 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So it's kind of unfortunate. I can't check this place out, but it does look like they are part of the ownership of all these restaurants. The Triple George across the street, you could go get a nice meal over there. And then a Pizza Rock across the street, very popular pizza place. The Hot and Juicy is on that list as well. And then the Lucky's here with the $5 bratwurst and luck or whatever that drink was I had. It was really good, lemonade or raspberry lucky or something it was called. I don't know. But the $3 PBR and hot dog was over there at Lucky's as well. But if you guys want to catch a good meal here, this is going to be right down here in the center of the casino. Worth checking out Thursday through Monday, 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. All right, so the casino's not all that big here. I don't know, I'm going to guess around 30,000 square feet. There's only a limited amount of table games, so they're not open 24 hours. I think they close around 5 a.m., open up around 10 a.m., so there's several hours where there'll be unmanned table games. They're just not going to have anybody there to play. But there's a big center bar, which is kind of cool in the middle with gaming all around. It's a big kind of square bar. That's pretty cool. And then they also have the rewards guy over there next to the cashier, so that's in the one corner over there. And then the table games, they do have a craps table, they do have a roulette table. There was quite a few people playing roulette, a few people playing craps earlier. And then the table games that I saw, they did have blackjack. It was $5 minimums. That pays 6 to 5. The $10 minimums were paying 3 to 2. And those tables were all busy. Okay, very busy tables. And then they had Texas Hold'em, I believe, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and free card poker. Or some of the other tables I saw, and the rest were like blackjack tables that were manned today on Sunday evening. So kind of limited. I'm guessing on the weekends here when they have, near capacity, 12, almost 1,100, 1,200 rooms in here. And, being such a small casino, it could get pretty busy in here. Hard to get on a table because they do have those good low minimums here compared to a lot of the other casinos, especially on the strip. So if you want to play, you might want to bring a stack and sit down for a while because I couldn't even get on a seat on the $10 table. So I might come back and try a little bit later, but right now I couldn't get on. All right, I tried some luck at blackjack. I had that $50 voucher, so I got $50 in free play. So I matched it with 50, lost that hand, but I had lost 4 prior to that, and then I lost the 5th one, and then that was the free bet with the 100, so 100 on there, and then I lost the next one, 6. So I lost 6 hands in a row. Didn't win a single hand, so I'm out of here. I'm not going to play here anymore. That's officially bad luck because the 6 hands in a row, odds are pretty rare that happens, but it does happen. So anyway, I did have good luck last night. I won about $250 at the Resorts World on 2 hands, and I was out of here today with 6 in a row losses. So we're going to go grab our stuff and check out the room. And this behind me is the grand room. This is going to be like convention type, meeting type space. It's not that much conference space here. I think they only have about 15,000 square feet. So kind of minimal, but if you need like a breakout room or a small event, I could get that set up for you on my number 702-883-3006. I do have an IATA number, and I can do room blocks here. I can do bookings for breakout rooms. They even have like a nice little area up there on the pool for like weddings and stuff. So if you're interested in that, it is a pretty cool view over Fremont Street, and it's, on the rooftop. It's pretty dope. But that would be what I would probably recommend if you're going to do something here. Maybe for like conferences and events, you might want to check out other properties. This is kind of limited. All right, so this is the Fat Cat, and you can hear kind of a blues type band background. So this is a blues place. I see the guy pull up in his car, and he was like unloading his equipment. So it's actually it sounds like there's a nice vibe in there, $5 drinks, so that's pretty cool. And I did notice here they do have like a continental breakfast at the Art Flower here, so this will be earlier in the morning. This will open up, and then obviously the breakfast and lunch place here in the center of the casino. So there's plenty of places to grab breakfast and lunch. Dinner-wise, you're going to want to have to walk outside unless you want to get the bratwurst or hot dog. You're going to walk across the street. Where I'm going right now, we're going to go to the Triple George, and I'm probably going to have myself a prime rib if they have it tonight. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. I did get a little coupon here for $25 off if I spend $100, and I remember peeking at the menu earlier, and I think the prime rib was around $70. Maybe I'll get a shrimp cocktail, grab a Diet Coke. I should be right at $100, so I'll get 25% off that. That's not too bad. Be a good meal for the price. All right, so I just wrapped up my dinner at Triple George, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I started out with just got a Diet Coke, and then I did the shrimp cocktail, which was fantastic. The shrimp was super fresh. You could tell it was like real crunchy. It was really good, and good sauce too, cocktail sauce. And then this I ordered the king cut prime rib, and a massive piece of beef just comes out. I was like, whoa, I'm gonna need a box for that for sure, because I couldn't finish that, no way. And then I came out with the big thing of macaroni and chased it with like a white cheddar, and it was very good as well. I ended up probably having enough for at least one full meal after. I'll probably even two if I cut the meat in half. So definitely got my money's worth. The total bill came out to around $100 plus the tip, which was around $130 all in. That was with the $25 coupon I had from checking into the Grand across the street. So really good value. That's a really good, high-end meal at a very nice upscale restaurant for basically $100 plus tip. That is not a bad deal, especially with the appetizer, actually massive cut of meat, and then the macaroni and cheese, and enough for at least the second meal, maybe a third. So fantastic choice here. I was happy that I came over here. We're gonna give you guys a full property tour. Let's go across the street and check out the King in the casino tower. All right, so I was talking to Nadia inside Triple George. She's telling me a couple of skinny. This used to be Hogs and Heifers right here. Okay, this place, I remember seeing that they moved over to the plaza, so that's no longer here. And this place called Sidebar, that's no longer open as well. This block, and the Grand included, is run by a management company like CIDI Group or something. I don't know. City. That's not city like the Bang, but something like that. It starts with CG or something like that. They own all this property, and they lease out these, spaces to the restaurants. So she was telling me with Hogs and Heifers over here is a lot busier down on the street and whatnot. So, but maybe they'll get something else to come down here and fill this space right over here. But for her anyway, hopefully things pick up a little bit. All right, so I did enjoy my $5 bratwurst and raspberry seltzer, whatever that was, without the carbonation. It was very good, actually. I enjoyed it. And the bratwurst was good. It wasn't the best I ever had, but the bun was a little hard. I don't know if she'd been putting it in the warmer on the one side. It was a little too close to the toaster, but it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but it was good. We're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna give you guys a full room review. Let's go in and check out the Grand King room. So they certainly are advertising the hot dog and beer special, $3. That's the PBR and hot dog. Definitely a popular attraction here to get people in the door, hopefully get them gambling and whatnot. But I thought that was pretty cool. It is a pretty good deal. You can't beat a beer and a hot dog for $3. That's like Costco pricing from 2002. Anyway, when you get out of the room, it is a very nice, well lit, which is nice. I like. My room happens to be right here by the elevator. You literally walk out of the elevator. This is my room right here. But the hallways are very well lit. You can see it's fairly newer carpet. It's a little bit beat up. You can tell that, over the years it's a little wore down. It's been remodeled at some point, but it's not brand new, that's for sure. I think the newer tower is that Galleria tower over there. That's going to be the nicer, more artsy tower. If you can request that one, I'd probably recommend doing that over the Casino Tower or the Grand Tower. This is going to be a full room review of the King room in the Casino Tower at the Downtown Grand. All right, so I got in at this place. I booked this one on Hotels.com. For some reason, I didn't have my guy working for me earlier in the day, and I normally would book it on the Party Plan app, but he was not working, and I haven't fully learned the system yet on how to do the non-refundable rooms. So I had to wait for him, and I was already deciding to come here, so I just booked it on Hotels.com. It was only a difference of about $10, so it wasn't any big deal. But I did find out if I would have booked on their site with my Nevada ID, I could have got the resort fee waived and probably got it for about $30. So I was a little disappointed on that. The resort fees are on $44. No big deal. I did notice they gave me a little thing here when I checked in, and I get like $50 in free play or match bet on the table game. So I'll go try to take advantage of that with a bet or two. And if I can win, then I'll get my money back on the hotel room. And a couple of the other perks here on this thing was buy one, get one drinks when you purchase a entree at Freedom Beat. There's a free appetizer with the purchase of 2 entrees of Freedom Beat, and then I think that was it. The George, $25 when you spend $125 off. So I was actually thinking about eating prime rib at the George, but it's not quite $100, so I don't know if I'll take advantage of that, so we'll have to see. But this is going to be the full room review. It's a decent sized room. It's kind of about, I call it kind of like a standard room. I'm guessing around like 500 square feet. It's not super big, but it's also not super small. And it's pretty nice. It's actually been remodeled. I think so far, just an initial glance at it, I feel like it's probably worth the money, especially if I didn't have to pay that resort fee. It'd definitely be worth $30. But let me show you here. It's kind of an older building, so you can tell by the size of the windows here. They're kind of like, I call them like prison windows, if you will. They're kind of small, but it is golden hour right now. And you got a pretty good view in the background there of the mountains, which is kind of nice. That is the expressway. And then that's the other tower. That's going to be the Grand Tower. And then, of course, Fremont Street's down that way. And yeah, it's just kind of a unique window because it's kind of more horizontal than vertical, which is interesting. But you do have kind of like blackout curtains here. I did mention earlier that the music was going pretty loud on the Keeker on the stage at the end of 3rd Street there was going on, but right now I don't hear anything because it's not. They must have been performing there with a band or a DJ or something earlier, but I could definitely hear the bass earlier. So just keep that in mind. It's probably not going to be a big problem like after midnight. So if you're going to sleep after midnight, it shouldn't be a big deal. But anyway, we do have a kind of like a nice corner chair here. This is it's kind of got like a retro color feel to it. It's like this kind of like 70s green, if you will. Like I can remember seeing cars in the 1970s that were this color, this green. My dad had this old station wagon, and it was like one of those Ford station wagons where it had the seat that faces the back, like the kids would sit in the back and look out the back window, and it had the wood on the side, the woody, kind of like the Lampoon's Vacation one, but a little bit different. Not quite the family truckster, but it was something similar. But that it kind of reminds me of that green in here a little bit, so I thought it was kind of funny. But it's more of a modern, appeal. It's like a trendy green, so I think it's fine. But anyway, this comfortable chair here in the corner. It's kind of chill. It's got a straight back, and then a little table to put your drink or whatever. There's a little magazine here. Looks like a Las Vegas magazine here. Want to check that out. But that's the corner, and then over here is going to be your bed, and they got you got a bed stand on each side, which is nice. Gives you that little bit more luxury feel. It's got kind of like a pull-out thing here to pull out, and then there's, I don't know if this is a drawer here. Yeah, it's a drawer. There's a little smoke drawer, very thin, to put some, your wallet or money or whatever. We do have a phone here, dial tone, which is 2, and then we do have these, like I said, these lamps. It's kind of like a porcelain lamp, and it's got like a plug, but no USB or anything. Okay, so I don't see any place to plug in your phone USB wise, but if you do bring your plug attachment, you can plug it in there next to the lamp. And then this is just a wood with a glass top on the bedstand, and then the headboard here is also wood. It's kind of got this inlaid chrome piece and a different tone piece of wood here, which looks kind of nice. And up here, this is just a piece of wallpaper on overpaint, so it's definitely nothing classy and luxury there. It just adds a little bit, but you can tell it's kind of cheap. So it is what it is. That's not that bad. There is 4 pillows. None of them feel lumpy or anything, so that's nice. Let's feel the bed here. All right, so it's a little stiff. It's kind of a cheaper mattress. It's got probably like a box spring type mattress, and it's stiff. Probably give my back some problems after 1 or 2 days, no doubt about it. But it would be good for a night of sleep. I could sleep on this, especially if I was out drinking and I was tired. You could definitely get a good nap on this. It is a little bit raised, which is nice. It's kind of got like this wood frame below it, which I do like, and gives a little more of a classy feel. It's kind of like a platform sort of mattresses. And then over here on this side, we're gonna have just another bedstand. It's got the glass top, same pull out like flat thing for putting a book or something. There's a little drawer here for, what do you call it, for money and stuff. Get a little speaker here, which is kind of nice. Looks like a Bluetooth. And another lamp with 1 plug, porcelain, and then there's an alarm clock here, a digital one. So decent little bedstand here, not bad. Over here you have a nice picture, which is kind of nice. They do have the digital thermometer here. So it's got central heat and air, which is nice. Some of the older hotel buildings and towers, they don't have the central heat and air. They have the one in the wall, which is kind of annoying. But this one doesn't have that, so that's good. Did notice a door here for the adjoining room. So if you want to have adjoining rooms, there's it is a possibility here. This I noticed was a little bit of a problem here. This is a little shaky here. It's kind of like, you can tell people put stuff on there that probably weighed too much and kind of broke it a little bit, but don't want to push that too hard. It might break all the way. If there's a luggage rack, you're probably better off putting your luggage there. Here's going to be your closet, which you have an ironing board and iron, some hangers, a safe in there. Looks like an extra comforter, keep warm. And then there's a little light over here. I figure out how to turn it on. I don't know if there's a switch somewhere. There's a light out there, but I could turn that on. That would be nice. Let's see if there's another light switch over here. Right here. Yep, there we go. All right. So light switch for this light above the TV is over there by the kind of when you walk in, by the adjoining door there. So the TV's not all that big. I mean, we're probably talking about maybe a 40-incher TV. It's not that big, but it's decent enough. We do have some drawers. They're not like the ball bearing or anything like that. You got 3 drawers. They're green on kind of like the tan wood, which kind of gives it a nice little appeal. So it's a little unique. And then the desk itself has a nice glass top and this nice chair for working. I do like these chairs. They're kind of like, in a lot of hotel rooms, they got like kind of a contoured back and a little bit of padding, and they kind of rock back. These are actually good to work on. I actually get a lot of work done when I got these chairs here because they're kind of comfortable. So I'm enjoying the chair here and the desk, plenty of room. They did give you a couple downtown Grand waters, which I thought was nice. Free waters. They did give you the plastic cups, not the real glass here, which kind of would expect at a Fremont Street hotel. A little ice bucket as well. I did notice the ice machines are not on. I looked on the one sheet here, and it doesn't look like there's an ice machine on every single floor, so you might have to go to a different floor to get the ice. Not a big deal. I'm sure your key will work for that. And then, yeah, overall the desk area is good for doing some work. I like it. I would be okay with this setup. In the walkway, when you walk in, there's this kind of like angled mirror here, a big mirror. See yourself perfectly here, which is kind of nice. I like it. It's just kind of weird how it's like not flat. It's more on like an angle. You kind of see here, it's like on an angle, kind of fill in the corner there, fills in some space. I thought that was kind of unique. And then here is going to be where you walk in. Right when you walk in to the right, you're going to find your bathroom. All right, so I'm in the bathroom, and first time I actually walked in here. So we do have a shower that does not have like a door or anything. So it's just got this little half glass thing. So when you're showering, you got to even put your towel down or you get water all over the place. So I've never been a big fan of not having like a shower door when you're showering, but let's take a look at the water pressure here. Good water pressure, actually. Let's see if it gets hot. Yeah, it's hot right away. It's not the water pressure. But you can tell this bathroom was fairly newly remodeled just because of the nicer tile. And they got like a little ring around here, giving it kind of a decorative feel. Just kind of like an insert bottom, but no door, but it is newer and nicer, so that's good. The toilet itself looks fine. It's kind of a newer modern style toilet. This bathroom definitely looks like it's been remodeled at some point. It's not like super old, because you can tell by the way the sink looks here. It's got like a cool, good water pressure here. It's got like a unique little sink here. There we go. That's the sink. It's kind of a decorative, it's like not your normal hotel sink. We got some lotion and some soap there, and there's a ton of space here on the countertop. It is kind of like a thinner granite countertop, which is nice. And you could easily have put 2 sinks here because it's that big. So definitely enough room to get ready on this side. There's a toilet right behind me. There's enough room to stand, and then there's enough room to get ready here. So 2 people could easily get ready here at the same time. It's a big mirror, that kind of a decorative fixture up here. Not too bad, looks decent, and it's pretty well lit. Could use a little more lighting in here, but it's not terrible. And a nicer newer towel rack, looks good. And yeah, overall the bathroom's not great, but it's not bad either. So little shaving mirror, hair dryer, so everything you need. It's got a kind of like a little cheap looking tile to the floor, but it does do okay. And the carpeting itself, it's kind of like a pattern, like a brown and white pattern, but it is a newer, modern type of feel to it to me. And it actually smells okay there. It's nice. It's non-smoking. This whole hotel's non-smoking, by the way. So I think you'll be pretty okay with the room. It's good enough for a couple nights to get to sleep and head over to Fremont Street and get some fun over there. But overall, my impression of the downtown Grand is solid. I like my room. And let's go check out the pros and cons and close this thing out. All right, so let's talk about the pros and the cons. I think one of the biggest pros of this place, honestly, is the pool. It's really cool. It's very nice up there on the rooftop. It's kind of like Miami-style vibes. There's plenty of area to sit, and if you want to rent a cabana, you can do that. You want to rent a day bed or a lounge couch, it's all there. You got a really cool viewing area, too, where you watch TV. The World Cup is going on right now, and they had, like, a nice sound system up there. I'm sure they do some DJs and stuff, some cool events up there, so definitely a big positive. Another positive is the location. Okay, you can see here from where I'm standing, that is Fremont Street right there. There's a stage at the end of that street. That's the 3rd Street. Basically 1 block away, there's a full-on stage and you're in the action. But over here, you're a little bit quieter. You can just walk over there if you want to stay out of the chaos. Come over here where it's a little less chaotic and, not too bad. Now, it is pretty cool here. Another pro, in my opinion, you do have a couple good restaurants here. You got the Triple George Grill, and then you got the the Pizza Rock, which is a famous pizza place, and then down there is the Hot and Juicy Crawfish, and then you got several options inside the casino to grab some food as well. But pretty good, like right here in this little courtyard area. It's a street, but there's not really much traffic. I've only had maybe 1 or 2 cars pass me since I've been standing out here, so not too bad. Another pro for this place is it's considered one of the cleanest hotels. Like, it's got a lot of really good reviews. People say it's very clean, so they do pride themselves on the cleanliness of the hotel. So that's definitely a positive. Now let's talk about the negatives. One of the negatives, I guess I mentioned it a couple times already, when that band was playing, it was pretty loud. I'm standing up there on the 17th floor in this casino tower, and we're talking about 3 blocks away, and I could hear the bass in my room pretty clearly. So if you don't like the noise, this probably isn't for you. It is a little bit smaller of a casino. It's not that big of a, compared to the strip properties that are 175,000 square feet. It's nothing like that here. It's a lot smaller than that, but it's kind of homey. You walk in, people seem very friendly in here. It gives you a nice downtown vibe, which I do like. And, another con, in my opinion, was that fitness center was a little lackluster. Okay, they had a great facility. It was a beautiful room and glass, and just it felt nice in there. It was clean and remodeled, but it was lacking the equipment you needed to have a good workout. So that was kind of a little frustrating. There's only 1 50-pound dumbbell, not 2, which kind of weird. But overall, if you wanted to get a cardio workout, good for that. Want to get a weightlifting workout, not so good for that. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully, guys, like my video of the Downtown Grand. I would appreciate a like on the video. Do subscribe to this channel for more. Make sure you download that Party Plan app. You can get some really good deals on there for hotel rooms. You still got to pay that resort fee, which is $44 here. But a lot of times you can pick up a room here for 15 bucks plus the $44, around 50 bucks. And it's a great value for 50 bucks. Definitely worth it. Make sure you check out the app. Check out our accommodations on there on the tab. It's coming out very soon. If it's not out already when you see this video, it'll be out very soon. And we're going to be adding some features. Hopefully by August, September, we'll be wrapping up that project. Going to be adding about 500 packages this fall, and by 2027 this is going to be a full-on business operation out here in Las Vegas, and then we're going to be adding other markets as well, so stay tuned for all that. Make sure you guys hit me up. My number is 702-883-3006. I'm Party Plan Brian. I'm looking forward to mapping out your Las Vegas game plan, and follow me for everything in Las Vegas.